when she realized that, okay, like, she's the other person in the relationship, that, you know, I'd always put my wife first over her, and that's what kind of made her take a step back a few times, and then, like, I had to kind of, like, calm her down.
Oh, excuse my language. This guy's an asshole, so I'm getting rid of him, and I'm getting this stuff off my phone.
That was like me kicking him out of my life.
Things I noted that have always bothered me and you guys in the comments and other people that make videos is like, how did this guy just come out of lefto fieldo with this whole situation? If he's such a great and nice guy who, if you ask any of his friends, they'll tell you how great he is. Nichol Kessinger Googled, can cops trace text messages, and how long do phone companies keep text messages? So that same day from the media, Nichol claims she heard that Shanann was pregnant and confronted Chris about it, which is highly sus that she never heard Shanann was pregnant. Nico was Googling them as far back as 2017 and searched for Chris and Shanann's Facebook pages. So if she was on Shanann's Facebook page that was very open to the public, she would have seen all the pregnancy announcements and all the pictures. So she had to have known that Shanann was pregnant.
As an asshole, so I'm getting rid of him, and I'm getting this stuff off my phone.
That was like me kicking him out of my life.
Okay.
And then he's got all these people that are so shifty and so shady, like his friend Troy McCoy. His name rhymes. Troy McCoy. The day after Shanann Watts and Bella and Celeste Watts went missing, Troy McCoy found himself out at the site at Survey 319, where their bodies would be eventually recovered. McCoy, an Anadarko co-worker of Chris Watts Anadarko Petroleum, didn't yet know Watts killed his wife and kids, or that he placed the girls' bodies in separate oil tanks and buried his wife in a shallow grave at the rural tank battery north of Rogan. Troy knew it looked bad that he was at the site August 14th, the day
after Watts dumped the bodies.
McCoy told investigators, "This is horrible. I've never been in trouble in my life. I know this looks terrible." You think it might look suspicious, Troy McCoy? Troy McCoy, it's Chris Watts' boy. I want to call him Floyd McCoy. What do you think, Troy Floyd McCoy? You gonna go to the site where Chris possibly dumped the girls' bodies? Even though you talk to him all the time and work with him every day and pretend not to know Nikki, you're gonna go to the site the day after, before they're found. That's not sus. Okay, side eye. Then admits knowing that it looks bad. You think? Really, what are you? Are you Steve McQueen, Troy McCoy, the High Plains Drifter? Shout out to the Beastie Boys. Drifter, lone sheriff of Anadarko. You're gonna go look at the site? That's sus, bruh. It's sus. Comment below if y'all think it's sus. And do you think it's sus that Nikki told Chris to pretend like they aren't friends together, and to delete messages, and tell them to delete messages, and make sure everybody deletes messages or Nikki's gonna get mad, and we don't want her to have to go on a ledge and Chris have to talk her down. This is from a girl and I'm talking on the cellular. Said sorry and Bureau I
of
said
Investigation
can't handle it, right? Well, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. Because you're a High Plains Drifter. Pulled the boat out of my chest, steering low, then cross the country, listening to my 8-track. I reached behind the seat and grabbed the cool on my way, because I'm a High Plains Drifter, the best that you can get. Nichol asked Chris to delete the text messages to keep the relationship a secret from his friends, which again is highly sus, as there seems to be a lot of people claimed not to have known things and claimed not to be friends or know about Nico. Troy McCoy, aka Steve McQueen, aka the High Plains Drifter. What about this? Right there. I have the whip checks for the Servy 629. I'm going to go straight out there from my house in the morning. I will look at that 319 as well and run the 1129 if you want. I was like going head out there first thing tomorrow to check out 319. Did Troy McCoy talk to you about what I had found out there Friday afternoon? Yep, I sure did. I was standing right there next to him, laugh out loud. I was giving him a fire stick to look at. Puff, puff, ha, ha. Catch what I'm swaying there, bucko. No sense in both of us going out there, laugh out loud. And then come to find out they knew an awful lot. Not to mention her behavior during her law enforcement witness interview and the contradictory statements that she made. And then the 7-page letter where she basically bullet points all the horrible things about Shanann. NK claimed that Chris Watts informed her that he did have 2 children, and that as far as she knew, he was in the process of a separation from his wife. And then goes on to say,
There just were little tiny ingredients to this recipe.
Nothing like...
It's nuts, Chris. I mean, it's just so many things just didn't go your way. Just didn't go your way. Just didn't go your way.
Everything was like somebody was stirring a pot, and it was just...
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like.
I miss your face.
Why? How? I don't even understand how you could bring yourself to do that to somebody who's that big.
9 days before the murders, Chris Watts was in North Carolina. Well, let's go over Nichol Kessinger's searches. On August 8th, she searched marrying your mistress. During the North Carolina trip, on August 4th, she was searching for wedding dresses. And then on August 9th, she had searched for Chris and Shanann's Facebook accounts. And then Chris deletes his Facebook on August 9th. I believe it was the day or day after returning from North and South Carolina. Then 2 days before the murders on August 11th, Nichol Kessinger searched online for Chris Watts, Shanann Watts, and Papa Ronnie Watts, and their address at 2825 Saratoga Trail. Then on August 12th, exactly 1 day before Chris Watts annihilated his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters, the sexy empanada sends a text message to her friend Charlotte about Chris Watts for the first time, saying, haha, yeah, it's the best sex I've ever had. I'm hooked. And then literally a half a day before the murders, she sends Charlotte, I just feel like I will always be second place, like he's been there, done that. It's early though, we will see. He is very kind to me though. And then later on, her phone pings in Frederick, Colorado. And then the thing that's always freaking bothered me that none of y'all have ever spoken on yet, and at least to my knowledge, is how neighbor Nate said he heard loud yelling and screaming and all this carrying on going on over there and retracted it. So what the flip does that mean? Does that mean Nikki and Chris were yelling and screaming and carrying on when she was on those ledges and there was a lot of yelling because I guess she was up on a ledge? Or was he hurting the kids in Shanann? Question mark. Why did he retract that? That's a random thing to retract, especially that guy who's got the only evidence that the CBI, aka the Colorado Bureau of Investigations, has against Chris Watts. So why would neighbor Nate retract that statement? That is very off to me. Was he threatened? Is he scared? Leave your comments below. Comment, like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you're notified when we post new videos. Because we posted a bunch of new videos on everything Chris Watts, Nichol Kessinger, and related topics and other crimes. So go check them out, guys. I'll leave a link in the comments, and thank you for walking with me.